Today, I want to talk about a topic that's being widely discussed in social media and in employee resource groups in general. From the moment we women began to talk a bit more openly about how we feel in the workplace, the term imposter syndrome came up as a plausible explanation for our feelings of not being enough, of having to double down on anything in order to prove our competence. I disagree with this term, and in this video, I'll tell you why. Hi, I am Sil, and I'm not an imposter. More so, I do not suffer from any syndrome, and neither do you. Watch this video if you want to learn how to deal with this awful label. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get the notifications. You probably have gone through countless situations when your abilities were questioned, and not necessarily questioned by others, but by yourself. Maybe you failed some tests or job interviews, especially if they were related to science, technology, engineering, or math, or whenever associated with industry that are considered more masculine, such as automotive. The fear of failure dominates us, even if our curriculums tell otherwise. You may also have the habit of apologizing too much. Apologizing for speaking, for not speaking, for having a different opinion, for your dogs barking, for your babies crying, for taking 2 days to reply to an email, for forgetting to text back someone, for your clothes even. And all of that may have led you to that burning sensation that you know nothing about anything, that you still have so much to learn to get there, that you are a complete fraud. You may also find it very hard to say no because you're constantly trying to prove to everyone that you're good at things. And saying no may indicate to people that you do not have the abilities they're looking for. Am I right? Now, on the other hand, whenever you do something amazing and you receive compliments for that, the joy is ephemeral. You barely celebrate because you don't feel like it's important. All you did was doing your job. That's what you're supposed to do. These, my friend, are symptoms of what today people call the imposter syndrome. And I am here to debunk that myth. Let me clarify. There is a concept, the imposter phenomenon, that was identified by doctors Pauline Clance and Susan Imes in the 70s. Their first work about it was published in 1978 in the American Psychotherapy Journal. Now, notice that they did not talk about a syndrome. They called it a phenomenon, and that's completely different. In fact, Pauline Clance is about 85 now, and she hates it when people refer to it as a syndrome. What happened is that we, the people, the users, took control of content production. And with that, a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and BS have been spread out without proper fact-checking. And as we share a lot of these awful feelings of not being enough, which are valid, I'm not saying that you don't feel that way, that's wrong. I know how it feels, believe me. Some people just simplified it all and coined a name. They put it all in the bucket of a syndrome. It was the patriarchy that led us to believe that we suffer from a disease. Yes, because that's what a syndrome is. Syndrome is a group of symptoms which consistently occur together, or a condition characterized by a set of associated symptoms. It's an individual syndrome that each one of us suffer because we have those symptoms. So what they're saying is that we are all ill. Are you ill? I'm not. Let's face it. What are the odds of most women and non-binary people suffering from the same illness for so long and there is no cure, and it's not that contagious too? So let's flip it. That's the good news. No one is ill. You're not ill. I'm not ill. The bad news is, well, there is someone suffering from an illness, and that's the system, that's society. The broken system prevents us from having a voice and being heard. It makes it harder for us to be outgoing, to become go-getters, and to fight for better positions and salaries. When we understand that the imposter phenomenon is a structural matter and not an individual malfunction, it becomes easier for us to forgive ourselves, to be nicer and kinder to ourselves, and to heal. The problem is out there, and it's being perpetuated by leaders who do not care about inclusion and equity. Keeping the status quo is much more fruitful and much easier for them. Okay, Sil, I get it. I'm not an imposter and I don't have a syndrome. Yay! But how can we change it then? Well, here I'll give you 3 easy steps to begin your healing journey. First of all, change the language. Stop calling it imposter syndrome. It is a phenomenon. And stop saying that you suffer from imposter syndrome. You are the target of an imposter phenomenon. Then, second tip, name your feelings. Instead of generalizing them and putting them all in the same bucket, which is now called imposter phenomenon, label each one of them more carefully. By identifying what you're feeling, you can actually work on it. So for example, instead of saying, I could never go up on stage just like you do, I feel like a fraud, try saying, I don't feel like I'm a good speaker. Notice that the second sentence gives you an opportunity to work on becoming a better speaker. It gives you a chance to learn and change, while the first one ruins it all for you. And then third, practice complimenting other women. Yes, that's right. Stopping criticizing them for a few days. Even famous women that you don't really care about, just quit. Just look for something nice to say about them. Make nice comments about their work, their looks, their attitude. See how it comes right back at you. Feel the powerful energy that comes from complimenting other women. With these 3 simple steps, you will not only heal yourself, but you also create roadblocks for those who want to sabotage us. Now, I want you to leave a comment below telling me how your experiences with your newly reframed imposter phenomenon are going, and tell me what little steps have you been taking toward healing. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with a friend. That could be a 4th tip actually. Share it with a woman. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss any videos. And come back next week for more content. Bye.